Thank you for coming. This webinar was asked by Lord Sananda maybe for half a year ago, and it took me quite a long time to say, okay, I'm doing it. And I feel the presence of the masters very strong in these days, and they are very supporting. And they asked me to give these teachings, and we will start by doing a soul journey to the city of light called Shambhala, which is in the 7th dimension above Gobi Desert. And then there we will hear some channeling by Lord Maitreya and Lord Buddha that will explain a little bit about the process of initiation, the path of ascension. And then after we will come back from this soul journey, I will explain some and we will practice teaching given in Joshua David Stone's books about the activation, download and activation of 50 chakras. And it happens in a series of 7 chakras each time. And we download and activate them on top of the 3rd dimensional chakras. So we start in the 5th dimension and we climb up until the 9th dimension. This is the planetary level of ascension. And then there is another 50 chakras for the solar level, which is the 10th dimension. And another 50 chakras for the galactic level of ascension. And another 50 for the universal level. And at this time, we were invited to develop our awareness and to activate the 12 bodies that we have in our energy field. Some say we have more, but right now we are invited to activate the 12 bodies that correspond to 12 dimensions. And it happens through a process known as the esoteric initiations of the path of ascension. This is related to the order of Melchizedek, and sometimes it's also called the order of the star. In the past it was called the Great White Brotherhood, but today I think it's a better name to say the Council of Light, the Planetary Council of Light, or the Brotherhood of the White Light. And these ascended masters are the keepers of the evolutionary plan of all humanity. And this is what this plan is about. It's about becoming a universal level ascended master. And when I say ascended master, it doesn't not mean that you live this space and this reality. You stay in this reality, but you're also simultaneously living in 12 other or 11 other dimensions. And you have to integrate them all into this reality. So we will put our intention now to go on a soul journey through time and space. Just focus on your heart. And I ask to open now a portal throughout time and space. And see yourself going through the heart as if the heart is a portal, is a doorway. And you enter this doorway. And on the other side, we reach the heavenly Shambhala, where the Sanat Kumara and Lord Buddha, which are the present and the last planetary logos. They have their government, they have their spiritual government that is made from 12 ascended masters that work with the cosmic rays of God's light. So we enter this crystalline city, very beautiful, full of light, full of statues, and we are welcomed into the central hall where the planetary council is sitting. In the center of the room there is Lord Buddha. Near him is Sanat Kumara and Lord Maitreya. They bless us and welcome us to their circle. Around them there is 12 other ascended masters that work with the cosmic rays. Master El Moria, Lord Lanto, Paul the Venetian, Seraphis Bey, Hilarion, Yeshua, Lord Sananda, and Saint Germain, Lady Portia, Kuan Yin, Lady Nada. All these masters are part of the planetary council, and they welcome us. And in the center they put an Ascension seat, and they ask us to sit on this chair. So everybody will just imagine yourself sitting on this Ascension seat, and it's activating your energy body. We are custodian of the planetary plan for the human evolution. Each age, we present the teaching once more through those who have gone through those initiation. We bring them back into your culture time and time again. 2,000 years ago, it was through the person known as Jesus Christ, Yeshua ben Yosef, that within his lifetime there were 6 events that were symbolic of the levels of initiations. The first initiation, symbolized by the birth of the Christ, is about the mastery of the physical body. In this day, it is happening through a life-threatening incident where you feel that you are in physical danger. And many people, through this experience, wake up spiritually. Something in their life is starting to accelerate. Their life is becoming, they go on the path of ascension. They start the journey. The second initiation is about the mastery of the emotional body. There is a occurrence or incident in your life that pushes you to the corner, that triggers you in a very strong manner. And all the separation consciousness patterns are triggered within you. What is asked of you is to let go and trust and forgive in order to rise above these separation patterns, in order to pass this initiation. For many people, it is the most difficult one. because in this age, people are not very in touch with their emotions, or in some people, they are controlled by their emotions. And this initiation sometimes takes many years to accomplish. An initiation comes from the word to initiate, to start a process. So the initiation experience is sort of like a preview of a more advanced state. You were giving a few days of euphoria to experience this next stage of your evolution. And after those days, you kind of fall back to where you were before. But now you have to walk the path. You have to earn this level of awareness for yourself. So this is why we say it is a start of a process. The end of the process is when you can hold this level of consciousness in your everyday life. Then you start the next phase. In the past, it took several lifetimes to go through the process of esoteric initiation. So the Ascended Masters, you know, each lifetime they went through another initiation. In this time, you are able to accelerate the process very much. So in a few years, one can go through the process of ascension and go through all the 12 initiations until they reach the level of unity with their divine self. We want to continue to explain the details of the initiation process. The third initiation is about the process of uniting the mind with the mind of God. Before that, a person can treat his mind like, okay, we have a lot of ideas going on, but I don't really take myself too seriously. Like, okay, thoughts are coming and going, but it's not something that you can trust. After you pass this initiation, you learn to hold your mind steady in the light. You learn to have your mind as a vessel for the light of God, for the mind of God. And when you learn to work from that alignment, then you truly passed this level of initiation. The fourth initiation, which in the past was maybe the most difficult and brutal one, is called the crucifixion. And it's about letting go of any attachment to any physical thing, to person, to belongings, to even to your physical body and to the life itself, and only be true to your soul and spirit. So in this process now can be passed much easily than in the past. Okay? Again, you will be challenged by a situation when you are you have to choose between attachment and connection to your spiritual mission. Some of you have passed through this initiation in the time of the burning times, which is for the witches in the West when they were burned on the stake. This was their fourth initiation. So it was brutal, it was difficult, but as I say, in this time, we can pass this much easier. I mute your microphones so there will be no noises in the background. The fifth initiation is when the wisdom of the soul is available. All your incarnation, you went through all sort of spiritual studies, all in every tradition, in every spiritual tradition on the planet. Some of you had more in a certain type of initiation processes, some have studied in others, but there are many karmic lessons that the soul have learned, and in the fifth initiation, you pass through a process of alchemy, soul alchemy, in which the wisdom of the soul is becoming available to you to implement in this lifetime. The sixth initiation is called Ascension, or the liberation from the cycle of death and life. And in the past, the people who have gone through this initiation, like Yeshua, like Eliyahu, the prophet Elijah, and others have just ascended and left their physical life and moved into the fifth dimension and continue to live in a body of light in the cities of light where the ascended masters live. All around the earth, both in the inner earth and in the atmosphere, there are cities of light that just out of phase with this reality. Like the one we are visiting right now, called Shambhala. And in the time of 1994, there was a change within the spiritual hierarchy between Sanat Kumara, who was the previous leader of the planetary hierarchy, to Lord Buddha. And in this time, it was decided to change the plan of ascension in order to allow the people of the earth to go through the higher initiations while still remaining in the flesh. This is done in order to have advanced souls living on earth in order to facilitate the manifestation of heaven on earth. In the past, when the energetic level of the earth was much lower and the earth was not going through an ascension process like it is now, those advanced souls just went into another dimension, and there wasn't any soul alive who was higher than the sixth initiation. Seventh initiation, which is the completion of the planetary level of ascension, is a process that you are becoming in alignment with the planetary logos, the leader of the spiritual hierarchy of the planet. And it means that your energy body is becoming one with the energy body of the planet. It is about connecting to your divine self, to the I am presence, to the God within. The eighth initiation is the eighth dimension, is a dimension called the collective soul. Like you have a personal soul, also nations and groups have collective souls. And those collective souls also going through a process of incarnation, and they have karma, collective karma. So in this initiation, we work with the heavenly Jerusalem, and we learn to work and influence that level of reality, where within your energy field, there is you're already one with the earth, and you can affect change in the collective field of nations and continents and groups in general. The ninth dimension and ninth initiation is called the collective spirit. Like there is a difference between a soul and a monad. The monad is a spirit self, or the root of the soul. So let's take, for example, the Jewish people. The Jewish people, they are connected to the blue ray, which is Lord El Moria, was the patriarch Abraham, the father of the Jewish people, the Hebrew people. And this is like a very pure energy of light warriors. And this is the reason why Israel was never conquered, since it was established. And it's a energy of spiritual warriors. And if we go to the eighth dimension, we can see that there is a lot of karmic past, very difficult situation with these many nations around Israel. Israel is surrounded by enemies, and there are also difficult relationship with many other nations, especially the ones who has to do with the Holocaust. So you can see the difference between the monadic level, the collective spirit, and the collective soul. Then we go to the 10th dimension, which is the solar level. Then we start to work with the being called Helios, the solar logos, who has the solar council that comprise of the Kumara family, the Kumaras from Venus, that like Sanat Kumara and other Kumaras and Lady Venus, which are very high dimensional, 7-dimensional beings that serve on this council. So you connect with the beings called the Elohim Lords, and this is called the solar level of ascension. As I say, you activate 50 chakras additional to the 50 in the planetary level. The 11th initiation is the galactic level of initiation. You go higher then to the central sun of the galaxy, where Lord Melchior as the galactic federation, the galactic council, that comprise of beings like the Syrians, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, and other advanced beings, star nations that are in unity consciousness. In this level of initiation, you again need to build another 50 chakras, and your body expands to include the whole galaxy, your energy body. And then the 12th dimension, which is the universal level, you work with the universal council and the universal logos called Lord Melchizedek, and the beings that as part of his universal council. There is also higher levels like the multi-universal and the cosmic levels, but this is, for now, as much as needed to be developed in a way that one is doing a step-by-step progress. When you reach the multi-universal and cosmic levels, it's more of your divine self is going downward than the personality is rising towards the goal. After the 12 initiation, you go through the process of the celestial marriage between your divine self and the personality. And what we have now explained to you is a work that is going higher, like Ascension, is going towards the light of God, the Father. There is another path that is the feminine path. The main teacher of this path at this age is Lady Isis, but also other goddesses like Venus and Lady Gaia. And this path is more of the light descending from above into the earth. So within this path, we work with the tree of life, and within each sphere, there is a process of a magical ritual that is activating this energy, and it's called the path of the flaming sword, where the spirit is going down towards matter. So within the mystery school known as Ori Shalem, which you know within a webinar of this mystery school that was given and created in co-creationship between Amichai and us, the masters. We have teachings about those two paths, the masculine and the feminine. The path higher from the earth up, and the path from the sky down. The path of ascension and the path of descension, or this is called the evolution and the involution also. So at this time, we invite people to use this knowledge that is given freely here as a map, as a vision towards where their path is leading. There are many meditation practices, but the one we encourage you to practice, which will give you the fastest results, is the one that Amichai will teach now, called the anchoring of the 50 chakras. I want to thank the Lord Maitreya and Lord Buddha for these words. I must say that each time I do channeling, I'm a little scared that I will talk nonsense and nothing will come or something like that. And let me just have 1 second to drink and come back to myself. If there are questions, I will unmute.
Very interesting.
Is there a question you want to ask about what was spoken? Yeah, I can explain about the feminine path. And the feminine path, I teach it in 3 courses. And those 3 courses start with healing the sexuality. It is based on the neo-tantric practices. When I say neo-tantric, is the tantra that Osho developed that is different from the traditional tantra. And it's about healing the emotions that connected to your sexual energy. And you learn to work with the sexual energy and to work on the inner organs and the chakras and to heal the inner child. Then the second course is about, it's called Taoist shamanism. It's about learning to work. There is a inner tree of life. It's in the shape of the tree of life, but it is inner energy lines that connect to the inner organs in 3 ways. And you learn to move the energy to those, the sexual energy within those inner channels. And also we work in nature to connect with the spirits of nature. We start to work with the tree of life in the Taoist manner, or in the Taoist understanding of the tree of life. And we work to connect with the trees, the totem animals, the spirit of nature, the 4 elements. And you come to learn to make shamanic journeys and to be a channeler. The third part is called the sex magic of Isis, where you use the sexual energy to create reality. And as it was said, it is practices that activate the tree of life in a ritual manner, through rituals that work with the tree of life and involve the sexual energy. You learn to make a sigil. Sigil is a symbol that represents the reality you want to create, and you learn to charge it with sexual energy and move it through the chakras until it reaches the crown, and then you send it to the light of God. So this process is done by starting at the first the crown Sephira, which is number 1, going to Chokhmah, which is number 2, Binah 3, Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Od, Yesod, and Malchut. So it is a type of process that can be implemented if you have a partner, or even if you're not with a partner, but in order to spiritualize the marriage, or in a couple, any romantic relationship, it make it sacred. It's making it a sacred marriage. This is called Eros Gamus. This is the sacred marriage that represents the inner marriage of the feminine and the masculine and the personality and the divine self. To be one, to get married to the God within you. Okay, so any more questions before we continue? So now we're going to practice a meditation that is about anchoring the higher dimensional, or fifth. We start from the fifth dimension. We each time anchor the all seven, or we can also, when I teach it, I will unmute everybody. I will mute everybody. Where is it? So when I teach it in a course, we start 1 week, we work on the first 3 chakras, and on the second week, we work on the 4th chakras. And this is because many people who are into spirituality, they are not very connected to the earth and to the lower chakras. So we give a whole week to work on each, on the first on the lower and then on the higher chakras. So now we will practice the all 7. It's okay also to do it like that. And I just want to give you the feeling and the experience of the process. And this, in the course I'm teaching, every month we are activating another dimension. So you are aligning your chakras with this level of energy. And then we go to etheric retreats, like now we made a soul journey to this place, Shambhala. We are still there with our soul body. We have not brought it back, but it does not mean that we are not able to look or observe the physical reality, but part of ourselves is still there. And you can feel the part that you sent to the 7th dimension is sending energy back to you. And we just now invite our divine self, the God and Goddess within, and we ask to download the root chakra of the 5th dimension. It will go like a ring going down and anchoring on top of your existing root chakra. The root chakra is between our legs in the space called the perineum, between the sexual organ and the anus. Just see it anchoring there, resting there. And now we ask the masters to help in activating it. Chakra is like a wheel. When it activates, it starts to rotate. In one side it opens, in the other side it's closed. So check which side it is that make it open, and just ask to activate the 5th dimensional root chakra. We ask to feel how it feels and how to live in everyday life from this energy. The earth exists in 12 dimensions, so you can root to the earth also in the 5th dimension. It is still grounding. So the energy of the 5th dimension is lighter, is easier. when you root into the fifth dimension, your life might be a little more smoother. And now we ask from the divine self, the second chakra of the fifth dimension. We ask it to go down and to anchor on top of our existing second chakra below the navel. This is the seat of the emotional body. Some call it the sexual energy, sexual chakra, but I think the chakras are not only one spot, they all ring around it. And if you look on the root chakra, the sexual organs are there. So I refer to the second chakra as the seat of the emotional body. This is where the emotional body, the astral body, is connected to the physical. We ask to activate it now. And we ask to learn how it feels and how to live everyday life from this feeling of a fifth dimensional second chakra. Again, we call our divine self and we ask to download the fifth dimensional solar plexus chakra. Solar plexus is a place that is connected to the consciousness of the separated self, the lower mind. Some people call it the will center, but this is the will of the individuality, of the personality, not the soul level. The will of the soul is connected to the divine will. And sometimes the individual will is more looking for, to have a comfortable life. And sometimes it's not the same will as the will of the soul. The soul wants to grow and becoming more closer to God, closer to the light. The personality usually looking for comfort, to have everything good. And sometimes we learn through difficulties. So we wish to discern between the will of the personality and the will of the soul. Now we call again our divine self and we ask it to download the fifth dimensional heart chakra. we ask to anchor it and to activate this chakra. We want to experience the love that is present in the fifth dimension. Feel how it feels and imagine how it will be to live your everyday life from this space, this type of love, of fifth dimensional love frequency. We call up again our higher self, our God self. We want to download the fifth dimensional throat chakra on top of the existing chakra. Again, it's like a ring sit around our chakra. And now it's starting to activate. Ask how it feels and how to live your everyday life from this feeling of expression of the truth of your heart. Has to do with the fifth chakra, with the throat chakra. And feel the energy of the fifth dimension, what it feels like to express the truth of the fifth dimension reality in our everyday life. Again, we call our divine self, our higher self. We ask to download the fifth dimensional third eye chakra, to download it on top of the existing chakra. And to activate the ability to see the oneness, to see things as they are, to see energy bodies, auras, energies, beings, to be able to see forward and backward and inward, to have an activation of both sides of the mind and a balancing of the two sides of the mind, the left and the right, the scientific and the spiritual sides of the human perception. See how it feels or how it is to have a vision, have the ability to see reality from the fifth dimension. And again, we call upon our divine self and we ask to download and activate the fifth dimensional crown chakra seated on the top of our head. Now activate. Be aware that the crown chakra is one with the root chakra because there is the central channel called Antakarana, which is connecting all the chakras in the center. And when you open the crown chakra, it opens all the chakras, going all the way down to the root chakra. The other chakras are pointing forward and backward, but only the crown and the root are pointing one up and one down. So it's the same chakra. And as you go through the process of initiation, your Antakarana, your central channel, will become wider and wider and able to be a vessel for more light. Say this mantra. I open the 1,000 petals of my crown chakra and let a light of 1,000 suns come in. Imagine 1,000 suns shining into your crown chakra now. Feel how it feels. And imagine how it will be if you will be able to live in this space in your everyday life. This space of enlightenment. So this is the process of anchoring the 50 chakras. Each month you will be activating and downloading another set of chakras. And now, since we are still within this etheric retreat, City of Light, in the presence of the masters that work with the 7 rays or 12 rays, we now see Master El Moria, Master Seraphis Bey, who is working with the white flame. He gives you this flame into your hand and you bring it into the first chakra. This is the energy of purity and ascension. The reason we bring it to the first chakra is because we want our body to be pure, full of light, and to have the physical body ascend, going to a higher frequency. more lighter frequency of existence. And together with it, all the physical reality. So imagine the white flame is burning in your root chakra now. Now Master Saint Germain is the priest of the violet flame. Bring you this energy into your hand and ask you to put it within the second chakra. As I told you, the second chakra is the seat of the emotional body. And when you bring this energy, the violet flame is an energy of transmutation, of alchemy. It transmutes your lower energy, your lower emotions into unconditional love. See yourself with the violet flame burning within your second chakra. Now Lord Sananda, the priest of the golden flame of resurrection and peace, he gives you the golden flame in your hand and you bring it into your solar plexus. He gives you a sense of peace. Now Master El Moria is bringing you the blue flame of divine truth and divine will. You bring it into... I jumped one. You bring it into your throat chakra. I skipped one chakra. Just feel the blue flame is burning in your throat chakra. Next one is Paul the Venetian. He's bringing you a pink flame that relates to the energy of love and beauty. And you bring it into your heart chakra. Next one is Master Ilarion. He is bringing you the green flame that has to do with the oneness of science and spirituality. It also has to do with healing. You bring it into your third eye chakra. See how it balances the mind, the green flame. And the last one, Lord Lanto, gives you the yellow ray, the yellow flame, and you bring it into your crown chakra. Let it burn there. This energy of divine wisdom is going down towards your heart. Make your heart shine like a sun. Yellow light. With this, the 7 Chons are blessing you. The 7 priests of the divine rays are blessing you to be able to go through the path of ascension. And they're always here for you to help you and guide you in this path. Now Lord Buddha is also giving you blessing, and also Lord Maitreya. We will thank them for these blessings of ascension that they give us. And we will now leave their temple and go back to the portal where we came from and see those energy bodies that we sent to this soul journey go through the portal and go back into our hearts and uniting with the physical body. We ask to have the experience we just experienced in integration with our everyday life reality and everyday life consciousness. Let us remember this as something that has happened to us and we received those teachings. Let it become part of our conscious memory. Okay. Anyone wants to share something from this experience, this chakra activation, fifth dimensional chakra activation?
Just felt amazing amount of expansiveness, more grounded as well, more balanced. It's fluid. Yeah, invigorated by the green in the third eye. Very grounding, very beautiful.
Thank you. So this you can practice every day for the next month.
Okay.
Until you'll be ready to go to the sixth dimension. By working with this practice, it brings you closer to the gate of initiation, because what is needed in order to pass the initiation to be in a certain level of light quotient. Light quotient means that your energy field is full of certain level of light. Each one of us has certain level of destructive dark energy within us and destructive patterns. And there is a light quotient. So we want as much to get rid of the dark energy, the destructive patterns, and to connect more and to become a vessel of more and more light. So as much as light that we contain, the more positive reality we can create for ourselves and for others and for the world. So one way to explain the process of ascension is that you are becoming more full of light, more enlightened, and less part of the forces of destruction. We can see in the big picture how humanity is, destroying the planet, destroying itself. So we can understand that we're doing that because we have this inside of us. And part of the path of ascension is becoming more enlightened and being able to hold the light, all the frequency of light within yourself, and to radiate it outward. Okay, anyone more want to say anything else before we go to the next meditation? Okay, The next meditation is a meditation I recorded. It's from a book of Joshua David Stone. And I made a video clip of it. So tell me if I will keep the mic open. Tell me if you listen, if you can, if the sound is okay when I do a screen share and I play it from YouTube. Just a minute.
Chapter 2. Isis and the Great Pyramid and Sphinx Ascension Activation Meditation.
Do you hear okay?
On the book Ascension Activation Meditation of the Spiritual Hierarchy Compilation by Joshua David Stone and Chana Sherry Parker. To begin this meditation, close your eyes. We now call for the cosmic and planetary hierarchy to help in this meditation. We also call for Osiris, Isis, Thoth, Horus, Serapis Bey, and the Melchizedeks of the ancient order of Melchizedek. We also call for Ra, the sun god of ancient Egypt. Isis stepped forward in a splendid glory, shimmering in a sea of golden white light. Isis lifted up her spiritual veils and embraced the entire group in a gigantic Merkaba in the form of a 12-pointed star. Isis now carried us to Egypt, where we land at the foot of the Sphinx. Let us take careful note of the form of the Sphinx and see the perfect blend of divine feminine and divine masculine. We see the strong masculine lion head flow into the soft feminine curvature of the lion's body. In a similar fashion, Isis blend with Osiris. Allow the masculine and feminine energies of each one of you to also now find a perfect balance within yourself. As this preparatory process is completed, we begin traveling through the subterranean levels of the Sphinx into the Great Pyramid of Giza itself. We feel the intensity of the energies of antiquity as they stimulate and reawaken the ancient knowledge that dies within each and every one of us. We notice a lake of midnight blue waters and several streams that run through this level. We see that the water bears the reflection of an underground moon, shimmering platinum, silver, and golden upon the waters. We are inwardly aware that these energies radiate the qualities of the Divine Mother herself. While meditating in the stillness of the energies of the Divine Mother, Thoth now appears in radiant splendor. He lovingly takes you by the hand and guides you into a chamber within the Great Pyramid known as the Well of Life. There Thoth asks you to gently lay down on a soft white mattress. He covers you with a golden white blanket as you lay your head upon a silk pillow. Thoth then gently takes you in your soul body up the shaft of the Well of Life to the chamber of new birth, also known as the Queen Chamber. There you are greeted by Isis and Osiris. Isis blends with you. Isis blesses you with a complete downpouring of Goddess love, gentleness, purity, tenderness, nurturing, compassion, and mercy. Osiris then steps forward and blesses you with divine strength, decisiveness, courage, and spiritual discernment. Isis and Osiris now lead you in your soul body to the key chamber of initiation, You are now asked to lay down again on a platinum mattress of light with platinum pillow and blanket. As you look up, you see the top of the pyramid with a gigantic capstone crystal shining divine light into the chamber. Surrounding you are Isis, Osiris, Thoth, Serapis Bey, and Horus. They collectively chant Om mantra. You are telepathically told that you will be going through the 7th level of initiation testing through a series of 7 questions. A yes respond to each question on the inner plane will allow you to practice initiation and go to the next one. Initiation and question number 1. Do you choose to be the master of your physical body and no appetite? Initiation and question number 2. Do you choose to be the master of your emotion, astral body, and desire body? Initiation and question number 3. Do you choose to be the master of your mind and negative ego? Initiation and question number 4. Do you choose to let go of all your attachments to people, places, and things, and only have preferences? Initiation question number 5. Do you choose to fully merge with your monad or mighty I Am presence and to be freed from all spiritual blindness? Initiation and question number 6. Do you choose to take on the responsibility and spiritual leadership that goes along with passing this ascension initiation? Initiation and question number 7. Do you choose to live on earth as a mighty I Am presence in a totally integrated and egoless manner in service of all sentient beings? As these 7 initiations are passed, Thoth step forward and perform a blessing over your head and intone the following statement: Thou art crowned in all of renunciation, that thereafter thou mayst wear a crown of life that fades not away. Isis now step forward and take you by the hand in your soul body to the star Sirius, also known as the Great White Lodge, where you see a temple carved of crystal and diamond. You are asked by whose name you seek admission, and Isis replies, in the name of the mighty ones, the sons and daughter of the Melchizedek the Just, the grand carpenters of the universal world, of male and female, by whom all things are made. You now walk with Isis up 7 sacred steps to stand in the midst of the pure, radiant white light. As you stand in the pure white light, Master Serapis step forward with the Ascension flame from Lockful. You now send a purifying current in your entire 12-body system. Osiris now step forward and with the wave of his hand, fully anchor into the core of your being, your anointed Christ overself body and your resolved body of light. You also anchor into your 12-body system, your 33 chakras, and your 99% planetary light and popular quantity. Thoth, also known as Hermes, now place wings on your feet and guides you to Horus. There you find yourself within his sacred left eye. Here the right side of the brain is totally activated. These higher emotional and intuitive faculties are now cleansed of any last blockages. Feel your intuition and divine feminine being activated to their highest potential. Now you find yourself within the right eye of Horus. Here all the logical and masculine faculties are cleansed and purified. You now drink the essence of divine logic, the understanding of sacred geometry, and the wisdom within the language of light. Melchizedek, the universal Logos, now step forward out of the brilliant light with his rod of power. He touches you on your third eye, and you officially crown a Melchizedek, a fully fledged ascended master. You now find yourself in a large courtyard surrounded by the Egyptian contingent of masters, fellow Melchizedek priests and priestesses, and the entire planetary and cosmic hierarchy. Lord Buddha stands forth, and with his rod of initiation anoints you on your crown chakra and welcome you into the ranks of the spiritual hierarchy. Lord Maitreya stepped forward and placed an ankh necklace made of gold with a radiant crystal in the center around your neck. Sananda stand forward and place around your shoulder a white robe symbolic of the purity of spirit you have attained. Always step forward and place a sacred scarab in the palm of your hand, symbolic of divine protection. The Lord and Lady Masters of Sirius now stand forward and place upon your head the Hierophant hat. This hat is symbolic of your status as priests and priestesses of the Great White Lodge in the Sacred Order of Melchizedek of the Light. As this final gift is given, your ascension and resurrection as the fully integrated mighty I Am presence on earth is completed. The congregation of masters rejoice as another fully realized ascended master of the Great White Lodge and fellow Melchizedek has joined their ranks. All the masters gathered now bow to the mighty I Am presence and the integrated tribe you have become. Take a moment now to fully enjoy the profundity and spiritual magnitude of what you've received and have been blessed with in this meditation. Know that this meditation experience has opened the gateway to enormous acceleration of your spiritual path. On this note, I step forward and once again embrace and enfold you in our divine Merkaba. As the group now, we find ourselves gliding back from Sirius to the Great Pyramid in Egypt. Now your soul now re-enters your etheric body in the Great Pyramid and then continue its journey back into your physical body. You now completely hold within yourself all that you have received. When you are ready, you may open your eyes.
Okay. This meditation is a preview to the process of planetary ascension. And it is said that we first go through the process of initiation in the spiritual body, and then it goes down to the mental, to the emotion, and to the physical. So it takes a process of integration. And I usually give this meditation in the ending of the course of Ascension. But here I wanted to give you a preview of what is to come by those 7 questions. Okay, so how do you feel now? How was the meditation?
Good. Have to be mindful now.
I want to tell you of a retreat I'm planning to host in the Holy Land. I just created this in my website. Just a minute. I call it Walking in the Footsteps of Yeshua and Mary Magdalene in the Holy Land Retreat. This week-long retreat will combine Ascension, sacred sexuality, earth healing, and Kabbalistic white magic that relate to the story and legacy of Yeshua ben Yosef and Mary Magdalene. We will visit historic places and clear and reactivate the seeds of Christ consciousness sown by these two enlightened masters 2,000 years ago. Unlike the biblical description of them, they were both initiates of many mystery schools of universal great white brotherhood, and especially the mystery school of Isis. In this retreat, we will be guided by them and other ascended masters in the spiritual teaching from these spiritual traditions. The spiritual teaching included in this retreat is the sex magic of Isis, the sacred sexuality practice from the mystery school of Isis, the Hermetic Kabbalistic white magic from the Western mystery tradition of Master Thoth, Hermes Trismegistus, the keys of Solomon, the magical symbol from the wisdom of King Solomon, the angelic communions of the Essenes Brotherhood will be presented both as daily meditation and as a workshop with sacred music, singing circle, initiation to the Order of Archangel Michael, light warrior training, and Atlantean teaching about the crystal ray by Master Orlet, the dweller of Unal. So here there is, you can see all the plan and the trip. We're going to go to different places, to Bethlehem, to the Sea of Galilee, to Nazareth, and to the old city of Jerusalem. And it's a great week full of exciting places and exciting spiritual teaching. It costs $1,500, and it includes the workshops, the lodging, the meals, the bus for the trips, tour guides for the trips, and not includes the flight and the taxi back and from the airport. So if you are interested, you can press here, and here it is in euro, but in dollars it's that amount. So this is the place where I live, the spiritual center where it will be, and you're most welcome.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, and I also plan to open an Ascension course. It's a course of 16. The first part is 16 meetings, and the second part is another 12. So you can go through the process of planetary ascension in 7 months, something that would in the other lifetimes would have taken several lifetimes. Now we can go through the process of ascension in 7 months. And usually when people are going through this process, they might become a healer and a spiritual teacher, a channeler. I have also a longer version of about 40 lessons that is how to really teach us how to be a healer, channeler, and a spiritual teacher. And so in the last several years, I was giving more one-by-one teaching, like private initiation processes and teachings. And today I think that the time has come for me to come back to teach groups. So I hope more people will be able to see this webinar in the future, and I hope soon to open a group like I used to do in the past. So thank you very much. This is what I planned for this evening. Do you have any question or something you want to share before we close now?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Uri. Ori. Okay, so thank you very much. And I will share the links for the courses and the retreat here in this the same place in this event, and also the recording of this. You can share it with friends, or if you want to listen again. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Goodbye for now.